So are you happy during the holidays or just ho-hum? Well, some people sing their way through the season. Not everyone views the holidays the same way and can feel very stressed or even blue. So what can you do to keep your emotions in check? Joining me today are life coach Lisa Nkonoki and Dr. Orla Cashman, a clinical social worker and the co-author of Toxic Wealth. Ladies, thanks so much for being here.
Good morning.
Thanks for having us.
Doctor, let's start with you. Holidays really can trigger a lot of memories, and some are not always good. Why so much stress this time of year?
Well, the holidays are a time of huge expectations. There's a lot of pressure for people to feel like they have to celebrate, they have to be happy, they have to join in the merriment. And if you're not feeling that, if your life circumstances are not going in a positive way, then you tend to feel isolated and you feel as though you're kind of on the outside of all of it and it's happening in front of you, but you're not a part of it. So I think it's a very vulnerable time for people to feel lots of things that are different from the celebration of the
Sure,
of the
that
season.
makes a lot of sense. And Lisa, you mentioned it's important to have boundaries.
Yes, I think, well, you can either infect the environment with your enthusiasm, as I like to do, or you can actually interject also some other things that maybe you're not trying to actually put out. So I think managing the expectations of, you know, I can't afford to get gifts for you this year, or I don't feel like celebrating, but I don't want to, you know, rain on your parade kind of thing. I think kind of saying those things or saying, you know, I'm a little intimidated about what this is going to mean, bringing up old feelings. If you're going back to your family, yes, there's some joy, but then there's also some trepidation sometimes when you think, okay, we have a lot of unresolved issues, or how is this going to work? How's this going to look now 10 years later, even though things haven't been resolved from 10 years ago?
Yeah, you have to consider that, right?
There's all these things. And then if you're also wanting to try and turn a new leaf, or it's the first time if you're going through a divorce, or any of those types of things, it's a challenging time because you wonder, what's everybody going to think of me? What do people expect of me also?
It is. It's very stressful. I understand. And then it keeps happening every year. But usually you would hope with time it gets a little bit easier.
Well, I think what you have to do is start connecting associating new traditions.
That's a great
idea.
idea.
You know, create your own legacy. What does this mean to you? If you're not where you were 10 or 20 years ago, which none of us are, you know, take the good pieces and let's move it forward and try and make that picture, make the frame that we want to see. You know, whether it's singing old songs that can bring up great memories, which is something I love to do. I spent the day yesterday with my grandkids saying, turn on Christmas songs. Yes, singing.
Oh, that's fun.
I think you also have to kind of, you know, jive yourself and get yourself out of being stuck in a funk too. You know, turning on some music, getting up, just dancing by yourself.
That helps, right?
You know, or do other
Lift your
things
spirits
like
a little.
in terms of therapeutically, if you have animals, you know, you always hear about them talking about if you have a dog, or if you go to a horse farm and just are able to pet horses, or just different things that can kind of
Get
be
you
different,
out of it.
get you out of it. Yes.
Doctor, let me ask you, when do support groups and therapy come in? When do you realize you really might need to take the next step?
I think when you find yourself feeling more down than up, when you find that your mood and your thoughts are actually interrupting your daily life, then I think it's time to start thinking about what are the ways in which I can support myself. A support group is a great way to do that. Therapy is a wonderful way to do that. And I think there's many other avenues aside from the therapeutic world. Finding a friend, reconnecting with someone who you've lost touch with, forgiving someone who you've held a grudge against or had a resentment with, giving to someone. Thinking of who in my community, an older person, a younger person, a person with special needs, or just a single mom. She might be really happy to have you come over and play with her children.
Have a little help, sure.
Or a single dad. And also, we have to always remember, someone's always in a worse position than us.
Well, I guess
if we
that's
can
true.
always think that there's someone else that doesn't have, I mean, I think gratitude is attitude. You know, that's always
Well, that's what you say.
think.
Embrace the gratitude and have it. It
I
makes
think
a
if
big
we
difference.
actually sit down and write, you know, first of all, cheer ourselves on. What do we have to be thankful for? That's one thing. But what else have we really done that's been really hard for us that we've made it through? I mean, I don't think we do enough of that also, just embracing the fact that, you know what? I made it to that family event, even though I really didn't want to go.
Pat yourself on the back, right?
That's
A little bit goes a long way.
Yeah.
Ladies, we're just about out of time. I want to thank you both for being here. Happy holidays. I hope it's not too stressful for you both.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
All right, and we want to thank everybody at home for watching. Make it a great day, and we're going to be right back here tomorrow. Bye-bye, everyone.